guys, welcome back to my channel for a declutter video. I mentioned on stories that I'm going to be downsizing with Chris in the coming winter. We are looking at moving. We're looking to moving into a much smaller space. We are renters, LA, most people are renters, and we love to save up money, build our business, travel, as well as possibly looking into buying a home in the next few years. So with that being said, we're considerably downsizing a lot. We're currently in, I think, 2,300 square feet. We're looking at downsizing to like 1,000 square feet or less. I am also doing a capsule wardrobe, and I have a video about that. My capsule wardrobe has been really effective. I've been really happy with it. It's helped me feel better about myself and get dressed in the mornings. So my wardrobe has significantly downsized. I would say I got rid of almost 80 to 90% of what was in my closet. That video is already up. I did do a spring capsule wardrobe. I learned a lot of things about that. I was missing a lot of things. So summer, I was much better. I think the hardest thing for me is going to be my beauty collection. Clearly, I do this for a living. I get sent a lot of products. I do buy some of the products. And I've collected these things through the years. I've been on YouTube here for 4 years now. A lot of these products I do try to rotate out, especially if things tend to look like they might be expiring or expired. I definitely try to get rid of them or give it to someone who might use it before it expires. I do declutters pretty frequently, but I'm going to try and do the biggest declutter I've ever done, which is very much narrowing my everyday makeup collection down to maybe 1 or 2 drawers. I'm really nervous about this. A lot of you guys want to see this on camera. I'm gonna get a lot of comments that says, how wasteful, how dare you, this is so stupid. Yes, it is wasteful. But you have to understand, my job requires me to test new products. There's no way I'm gonna get through all the products I test whether or not I love the products. I'm one person and I just don't wear that much makeup, so there's no way I'm gonna even hit pan in an eyeshadow palette when I have 10 to 20. Might seem very wasteful. Don't worry. Anything that is going to be able to be used, anything that can be sanitized, I am going to put in boxes, and I will either donate the things that will be accepted at shelters and the things that I think are in really, really good condition, and maybe put them up on Poshmark as mystery boxes. And the proceeds after the Poshmark and shipping fees, I will donate to a charity. I'll just throw things in there. I'll put them up on Poshmark with like just one photo kind of showing you what's inside the box, but not everything. If you'd like to donate, then you can purchase those mystery boxes. It's going to be a process, so please be patient and bear with me. If you'd like an opportunity for that, you can follow me on my Poshmark account. Everything that is salvageable will be gifted to friends and family, or I will donate. I am also going to preface this, just because I'm getting rid of it does not mean I don't love it or like it. It just means I already have maybe 5 of them, or I just don't think I'm gonna get through it before it expires. I'm trying to minimize my makeup collection as much as freaking possible. It's very scary for me. I have a lot of anxiety about it. I have a tendency to want to hoard. I come from a family of people who want to hoard, and I'm trying to let that go. And I'm trying to also remember we are downsizing to more than half of the space we have now. I might not even have a beauty room in our new space. We just don't know. And of course, I have to remember new products are being launched constantly, and they're going to come in, so I need to make room for it so I can properly test it out, because I currently have 2 drawers of unopened products that I still need to test. And I feel like the reason I don't get to them is because I'm so overwhelmed with everything that I already currently own, and I'm trying to rotate. I feel like this will be a great way for me to discover new products and really test out things that I might have not given a chance for because I'm just so overwhelmed all the time. So without further ado, my first declutter video. Hope you guys enjoy it. It's gonna be a vlog style from here on out. Okay, this is my foundation and powders and primers. There's quite a bit for someone who rarely wears a ton of foundation. I am going to pull all this out, go through everything, and decide what to keep, because there's no way I'm going to use all this. And there's foundations hidden everywhere. I'm not including any of the foundations I still have to test in my test drawers. This is just stuff that's been opened, and I'm gonna lay it all out on the floor. My floor is clean, but I'm going to put a blanket down just in case people get freaked out by it. Here are all of my foundations. This means it's gonna give me some sort of a light, medium to full coverage. I've got liquids, I've got tinted moisturizers, I've got CC creams, and of course powder foundations as well. There are 38 foundation products currently in my makeup collection. I wanted to keep 5. This is really hard because I love all of these. As I mentioned, I do declutter pretty frequently, so if something doesn't work for me, it moves out of my makeup collection quite fast. All these products do work for me. All of these products I do love for one reason or another. Unfortunately, I've got to let things go. I'm not going to use all this foundation. It's just not going to happen. Hopefully someone else will enjoy this foundation if they get it. Some things are almost out, so I'll just go through. I'm gonna start with the first row down here. This is really hard, guys. Shoot. Okay, I have the L'Oreal True Match. I'm gonna tell you guys how I feel about these things too before I let it go. This is awesome. I have a makeup artist who I absolutely adore, and she uses this on set. I don't really use it though. I'm gonna pass it on. This is also brand new because I just bought a new one. I know, super wasteful, but I will make sure someone who will enjoy it gets it. Charlotte Tilbury Magic Foundation. Again, I really love this, but I just haven't reached for it in a really long time. I'm going to put this in like a I don't know pile because it depends what else in the medium to full coverage that is like similar to this that I have that I want to keep. This is also going to probably be a maybe because this looks really good sometimes and then doesn't look so good sometimes. This is a super toxic free foundation I absolutely love, and I have to see how this wears, so I'm gonna put this in the maybe. I have 2 Cover FX Power Play foundations. Hopefully my camera's focusing. This is the new Power Play Cover FX foundation. I actually really love these. Okay, this one's not my color, so this is gonna go. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna do like a first round maybe. Sorry, everything's ending up in a maybe. This is the Burt's Bees Goddess Glow Liquid Makeup. I love this for a drugstore mainstream natural foundation. This does take a little getting used to, and I think I'm gonna let this one go. I have my new Kogan Do Aqua foundation. This has been a ride or die forever. I'm gonna put this in the maybe. I don't think I'm letting it go, but just in case. I have my Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation in this small bottle. It's starting to look like it's oxidizing, but I can't tell. Oh, that might just be the sticker. Maybe. I have my Estee Lauder Double Wear, which I just got, so I definitely want to keep this, and I'm going to put it in the keep pile. I have 2 Dermablend Flawless Creators. These are really, really awesome. The packaging is very glass and a little bit fragile, so I would suggest not traveling with these, but that's kind of what I would suggest using them for at the same time, so I'm gonna let these go. But you can basically mix this with your serums, your moisturizers. It's pure pigment. It's awesome product. I just don't reach for it too often because I don't mix things very often. It's more of a convenience thing. Really good stuff, guys, and very good full coverage product. That goes along with the Cover FX Custom Cover Drops. I do love the concept of it. It just, I never reach for it, so it's gonna go. 2 Glossier Skin Tints. I haven't reached for these because I typically get an SPF tint if I'm gonna go for a really light, dewy look, and cushion compacts are really good. Plus they're reformulating this, so I'm gonna let these go because I wanna get the new formulation to test them out, but I have them in medium and also in dark. I don't think I even opened the dark one. This is the Hourglass Illusion. I love this stuff. It only has an SPF 15, so I still wear SPF underneath it, but it is a really good product. It's quite new. I'm in the shade Nude, and it's something I would reach for every day, so I'm gonna keep this around. This is a Vapor Beauty Stick Foundation. I bought this because I wanted to test it out in comparison to the Bobbi Brown stick foundation that I used to love, and it is good. I just think, you know, I have so many products. I don't know. Should I keep this? I just got it too. Oh, but I did use a bit of it. I'm gonna hold on to this a little bit longer, put it in the maybe pile, see what happens. Moving right along, this is the Laura Mercier Flawless Foundation. I love this stuff. It just isn't quite the right shade for me. It's a little too orangey, and it's 2C1 Ecru. Laura Mercier foundations, I'm in between shades, I think. So I don't have the other one currently because I thought I was too light. It was too light, and this one's too orangey, so I probably should have kept the other one in mix. I didn't. I'm going to let this go because of that. I definitely want to keep the Lancome Tint Idol Ultra Wear. This is so good. Definitely not talked about enough. It's an amazing foundation. I love it. I love the way it wears too. So I just got it too a few months back, so I'm going to keep this for a little bit longer. I have a Bare Minerals Bare Pro Performance Wear Liquid Foundation. Guys, this is so hard. I'm going to put this in the maybe pile. You guys know I love the Bare Pro concealer. The Bare Pro foundation is really good too, but when I wear the concealer, I almost don't need a foundation. Maybe pile. Here is the Nars Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. I've only used this once and I loved it. So I think I'm gonna keep it around because I feel like I need to get a little bit more use out of this. A bunch of It Cosmetics products here. This is the It Cosmetics CC Cream. It doesn't look like I used a lot of it, but I did use quite a bit. I know my friend's going to Hawaii and is the same shade as me, so I might send this to her because it has the travel size as well. And I know she'll use this up, so I might just give that to her. I have two of the Bye Bye Foundation Full Coverage Moisturizers. I'm a little oily right now, so I don't need two. I think I'm going to keep, which shade is this? This is light and then this is neutral medium. I feel like I'm gonna keep the light one for when it gets a little cooler maybe. I don't know. I'm putting the light in the maybe pile, and then I'm gonna put the neutral medium I'm gonna give to my friend because she's gonna be a little tanner while she's in Hawaii. This is a for sure keep for me. This is the Borean Cc Cream. It's just so effortless and easy. It is an SPF 25. I still recommend wearing SPF underneath, but I love this stuff. This is so hard because I love this one too. It's the Origins Ginseng SPF 40. I think I'm gonna wanna try and keep this. I don't think it's expired. I got this towards summer last, you know what? I'm gonna get rid of this because I got this summer last year and SPF makes me nervous if it's been open for too long. And it's an SPF 40, so I would wear this for SPF and tint. I'm gonna let it go, but this is really good if you guys are looking for something from Origins and you want a sheer tint. Perfect. I've used quite a bit of this Kogan Dough Moisture Foundation. You can see it's pretty squeezed out of there. I'm in the shade 123, so I'm gonna let this go. This is gonna go in the garbage actually because it's pretty old and I got some good use out of it. I do have a new one too that hasn't been opened. This is such a favorite of mine. I definitely grew to love it when I first tried it out on my channel. When it first came out, I was not a fan, then became obsessed. Definitely love this stuff. Again, used quite a lot of it from Bare Minerals. So I'm in the shade Wheat 4.5. I will probably repurchase one of these if I get through some of the products I am keeping. But right now, I think I'm going to let this go because I got so much use out of it. And it makes me happy that I use this so much. This is the new Makeup Forever Ultra HD Perfector. It has an SPF 25. It's a blurring skin tint. I did test it out. I did use it. I do like it, but I think I have a lot of other skin tints that I like a little bit more. So I am going to let this go. This is the Cover FX Natural Finish Foundation. I'm in the shade Neutral 30. I really like this. I don't know that I'll keep both this and the Power Play, so I have to decide between the two. I'm going to put this in the revisit in a sec. Okay, so we're on to powders. This is the Bare Minerals Bare Pro. They gave me a new one. I haven't even touched it. I think I'm going to keep this around just because I haven't even touched it. Such a shame that I haven't even touched it. There's no way I'm letting go of my 100% Pure Pressed Foundation in Peach Bisque. This is my second or third one. I love this stuff, and again, it's been neglected because I have too much stuff and I forgot about it. Here's my Alima Pure Pressed Foundation. I've hit pan. I think I'm going to try and use up the entire thing, so it's good. I love it, but not quite as much as some of the other ones I've had, like the 100% Pure. I did purchase the loose one, but I told myself I'd finish this before I try the loose one, which everybody says is better than the pressed. Here is an amazing old school favorite. This is the MAC Studio Fix. It's got such great coverage, it's so good, but unfortunately it's being neglected, and I think I'm just gonna let this go because I don't use it. It's a really good product, and if it was my first foundation in high school. I have the MAC Studio Tech, which again is a really great foundation. This looks like it's dried up a bit, quite a bit. This is not good. Obviously gone bad, so I'm gonna toss it. I have a Kjaer Weis foundation in Just Sheer, and this is expired at this point, but I did get some use out of it. I'm not gonna throw the packaging away, but I will throw the pan away. I don't think I'll repurchase one right away because I have so many things to get through. I did like it. Unfortunately, it's gone bad at this point because it does say it's only good for 12 months from opening. Especially in a packaging like this, you want to make sure you keep an eye on the expiration. I have my Bare Minerals Original Foundation. This is probably one of my favorite powder foundations, and these don't expire because they are mineral based. There is bismuth oxychloride. I totally screw that up every time. So if you're sensitive to that, be aware of that, but I love this stuff, so I'm going to keep it. Here is a Jane Iredale Light Beige Amazing Base Loose Mineral Powder. I tested this out a couple times. I didn't feel like there was any coverage. I think I might be the wrong shade, so I'm going to let this go and see if someone else will get more use out of it. So here's the pile that I wanted to revisit in whether or not I'm keeping. I think between the two Cover FX foundations, I think I'm just gonna keep the Power Play because of the packaging. It's a little bit cuter. I know that sounds weird. This is good for 12 months and this one was good for 24 months. This is really nice, but it's definitely a lot thicker, and this one blends out a little nicer, and I think it's a better color match for me personally. So I'm gonna keep the Power Play and let go of the natural finish. I have the Bye Bye foundation in SPF 50. I really do enjoy this. I think I'm going to keep this around a little bit longer. If I don't get some use out of it, I'll probably let it go. This is a hard one for me. Very, very hard. I think I'm going to keep the Aqua foundation a little bit longer. I think I want to keep the Bare Minerals. This is way more than I wanted to keep. I have to put these down. I have decided I'm going to let go of the Magic foundation from Charlotte Tilbury because I just haven't used it in quite a bit of time. I think this is more of a winter and fall foundation, and I'm sure there'll be a new foundation come winter or fall that I will want to try. Between the two Clean Beauty foundations that I have in terms of liquid slash cream, I think I'm going to keep the, I don't know. I feel like this is a good color. I don't know, guys. I don't think the textures of these are that great. See, it's not, this one kind of sits on top of the skin. Did like it, but then I just don't think there's any coverage. And if that's the case, I'm just gonna wear a CC cream or something. So I think I'm gonna let this one go. And then the Vapor Beauty one, I might keep a little bit longer. I just don't think the color on this one's the greatest match for me. You know what, I'm gonna let this one go too, because the color match isn't perfect. This is gonna go. Bought this pretty recently, and I do love the Luminous Silk. I'm in shade 4. This was my wedding foundation, so there is sentimental value. I always like to keep a bottle of this. So I'm gonna keep this for now. This is all the stuff I wanna keep. It's still way more than I want to have in my makeup collection. So I think what I'm going to do is narrow it down further. It breaks my heart at this point. I think I want to keep definitely the Estee Lauder Double Wear because this is full coverage and super long lasting. So this is going to be like my full coverage foundation. I do sheer this out at times too. In terms of light to medium, like natural finishes, I feel like I have so many right now. These are all very long lasting, all very good coverage. I think I'm going to get rid of the Bare Minerals Bare Pro just because it's very similar to some of the other ones that I need to test and get more use out of. This is my second bottle of this foundation, so I didn't use too much of it, and I'm going to give it to my friend who will get some more use out of it. Okay, as much as I want to keep this Cover FX Power Play, I think this is going to go. I'm going to let this one go too, even though I love it. I really wanted to keep this at 10. I don't know what to do. I want to keep it at 10, but I really have 12, including the powder ones. I think maybe I'll just get rid of the Alima Pure because of the fact that it has hit pan, and I do have a new one waiting for me in terms of the loose version, and this is good, but definitely not as good as my 100% pure, so there's no reason to keep both. So I'm going to let that go. We're down to 11. Oh, I love the original. This is like a loose powder, and then this, you know what, I'm not going to be able to narrow this down any further, I don't think. I'm going to have to do 11. There you have it, guys. This is now my new foundation slash base makeup collection. You've got the Estee Lauder Double Wear, the Nars, the Lancome, the Kogan Dough, Armani Luminous Silk. I've got my tinted like skincare products, the Bye Bye foundation, the CC Cream from Borean, Illusion from Hourglass. Got my powder products in terms of powder coverage, my 100% pure pressed fruit pigment foundation, my Bare Minerals Bare Pro, and then the Bare Minerals Original. I think this is a good start for downsizing. Here will be all the products that I'm getting rid of in terms of donation. I don't know that I'll put foundations in the mystery boxes because that's a very unique thing. So it'll most likely be donated and gifted to friends and family. And then this, I have specifically friends to pass this to. Specifically one friend I'm passing this to. And then here are the products I am going to be tossing. I'm kind of surprised that I don't have more powders than this. These are all the powders I currently own, and this should hopefully be pretty easy, although I have a feeling it might be hard because of the fact that I clearly have decluttered this recently. This is the Burt's Bees Mattifying Powder Foundation. I really love this. This is really beautiful. I think I'm going to keep this. This is the Makeup Forever powder. I just don't get any use out of this, so I am going to let this go. Here's the Cover FX Illuminating Setting Powder. This is beautiful under the eyes. It's talc free. It's really, really clean, but I have other powders that go all over my face, including under the eyes, so I'm going to let this one go as well. I really love my Lauder powder. This is so good. It's really beautiful. It has light coverage. It's beautiful on dry combination skin as well as oily skin. It never makes you look powdery or flat or flaky, so I'm going to keep this. Don't love this packaging, but really like the powder. I have my Well People powder. I don't think I've used too much of this. I like it. It's good. It's not my favorite. I like the Ilia one a lot more, and I also have one from RMS Beauty that I need to try out. But the Well People one, it's just okay for me, so I'm going to let this go as well. My main powder I've been loving and using the most of is this Hourglass Veil powder, so I'm going to keep this around. It's been my current favorite, so of course that's not going anywhere, and I don't think that's bad. I cut it down to 3 powders, 1 pressed and 2 loose. I have 16 primers or priming types of products for the face, and I would really like to cut this down because most days I don't even wear a primer, especially in the hot weather, which is going to be the next few months. The first one is this Vichy Mineral. I just haven't reached for it. My skin hasn't been as dry, so I'm going to let go of that. Here's the Laura Mercier Foundation Primer Oil Free. I actually like the Radiance one a little bit more, so I'm going to let go of this. This is the Tatcha Silk Primer, and I really love the Silk Canvas Primer. It's really, really gorgeous. It does fill in your pores a bit, so you want to make sure you clean that off every night and make sure you put it on clean skin. I am going to keep this around for a little bit longer. The Charlotte Tilbury Brightening Youth Glow and Light Wonder. I love both of these. They're really beautiful, like just beautiful products on the face. So I'm going to keep these, I think, for now, which really eats up a lot of what I want to keep. But we'll just move that down there for now. I've got my Kogan Do color bases. I'm going to have to revisit that because these are color correcting primers and they're really beneficial for when I'm having issues. I don't have a lot of redness anymore, and the redness one was really the one I loved, so we'll see. So I'm going to move this over. Jouer primers are good. I just reach for other ones more often, so I'm going to let these go. The Armani Powerful Priming Serum is nice. It's very similar to the Sisley Paris one, so I'm going to let the Armani go. The Sisley Paris one is so beautiful. I think I have to let this go because it is expired at this point. Here is the Milk Blur Primer or Blur Stick, and this one has a crack in it, and I also like the Luminizing one a bit more, so I'm going to let this one go. I'm almost done with this from Becca. This is the Backlight Primer. This is really, really gorgeous, but it looks pretty empty, so I'm going to toss that. I have the Fresh Face Instant Luminizing Glow, and this is very similar to the one that I just let go of from Becca, so I'm going to use this one up a bit more before getting another one from Becca. Here's my Hourglass Veil Primer. This is just great if you want your makeup to last all day without looking cakey or gross. So of course that's not going anywhere. This is what I've narrowed it down to. I think I'm going to let go of these Kogan Do color correcting ones because I don't really need them. I'm going to keep these 5. I have 2 clear ones, essentially, the Tatcha one and the Hourglass. And then I have 2 glowy ones, and then one that's kind of, this really should be in my tint collection. So I'll keep this around a little bit longer, but I love these. I think I did pretty good. This drawer, this little section was overflowing, and now I have a whole section free, plus nothing is crowded. I can see everything. I can come in and pull out my makeup to test out or to wear. Of course I have a products to test drawer still. That is my foundations, my primers, and my powders. If you want to see more declutter videos, make sure to subscribe to this channel. Turn on post notifications so you know whenever I upload a new video, which is 2 to 3 times a week. And of course, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If anything, I hope you were able to unwind, unwind, relax, and chill out a bit. And I will see you guys right back here for a new video in my next video. I just said video so many times. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I will be back. And next time I might do bronzers and blushes or highlights. Let me know what you want to see next in terms of declutter.